You're just moments away from a brand new episode of WTF Nations Radio's Pop Culture Warrior, hosted by the dynamic duo CQ and Radar. Pop Culture Warrior is your number one source for all things entertainment. If it's happening in TV, movies, video games, or comedy, they're all over it. And don't forget to say hi in the comments below. And while you're at it, let the boys know what you think and what you'd like to hear them talk about. Now strap in and get comfortable, because you're in for one hell of a ride. This is Pop Culture Warrior. Shots.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Welcome, one and all. Today is July 27th, 2021. This is episode 66 of Pop Culture Warrior, the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. I am CQ. I'm your Pop Culture Warrior. And with me, as always, is my favorite co-collaborator, the man in the bubble, the myth, the legend, the voice of the unpop cultured Mr. Radar, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Pop Culture Warrior.
What
they
is
get our radio? They get our radio voices ready for the.
Welcome to. No, sir, it's take two. Welcome to WTF Nation Radio, home of Pop Culture Warrior. Is that good?
We just need to try to sound half as good as like Ice and Cos do. We'll be all right.
Welcome, folks, to WTF Nation Radio. I don't know, going southern with it. I don't know, that was weird. All right, man, we've got a great show for you guys tonight. Lots to talk about. And joining us in the second half of Pop Culture Warrior is, and I'm going to pronounce this correctly, I've been practicing. We're being joined by actor, producer, director, Mr. Anthony Ruivivar. I can do that. Ruivivar. I got it. Watch me butcher it. I'm like, hi, Mr. Ruivivar. So yeah, it's Ruivivar. He is most known. He's been in Starship Troopers. He's been in He's in Frequency. He was in Scream, American Horror Story. You've seen him in everything. He was the voice of Batman in Beware the Batman. He's done so many incredible things. He's currently on Disney Plus in the new series Turner and Hooch, based on the old like '89 movie. But yeah, so it's good. It's good. Yeah. So let's see what else. Oh, hey! First, let me hi to all the people watching, man. We got people watching. Hey, everybody, we see you. We see you. Let's see who's in there. I see Scott. I see Tim, Heath. Is it Christian? Hey, Spanky. Robin. Bry. How you doing, Bry? Yeah, I never forget. Gary. Man, everybody, just what's up, man? Thank you, guys. Jim said, is that the guy that did the movie Feed? I don't think Feed.
That's me. I'm the fat one.
I don't know if Feed is on his list. Some of the things he's known for movies wise, he was in Starship Troopers. He had a small role in Tropic Thunder. He was in The Adjustment Bureau. On TV, he's been on, I mean, my God, everything from Law and Order, All My Children, Third Watch, Numbers, Criminal Mind, Traveler, Chuck, Lie to Me, The Whole Truth, Good Wife, American Horror Story, Burn Notice, Major Crimes, Mentalist, Southland Castle, Revolution, Beware the Batman, Banshee, Beauty and the Beast, Hawaii Five-0, Nashville, Avengers Assemble, Quantico, American Horror Story, Hotel, NCIS, Scream, Frequency, Blue Bloods, The Haunting of Hill House, and now Turner and Hooch. He's been in a lot of stuff. Guy's been around. So we'll be talking to him later tonight. Very much looking forward to that interview because it's going to be a rousing one.
Yeah, it is.
What else? Housekeeping items. One last time, literally one last time, we're going to ask you guys. We are this close to being nominated for a podcast award in the 2021 Podcast Awards. I mean, that's what it's called. We are in the entertainment category as well as the People's Choice category. If you would be so kind, please go to www.podcastawards.com. Register. It costs you nothing. It literally takes 20 seconds. You hit us for entertainment. You hit us for People's Choice. If you're feeling so inclined, ICE's show, Sergeant's Time, the Thursday show is in news and politics. And, give us a thing, hit the submit button, boom, you're done. And we might get a podcast award. Last year, we were nominated, didn't take home the final trophy, which is okay. But, hundreds apply, and we made the top 10, so I think that's a huge, and we just started. Last year was our first year.
Yeah.
It was our first year ever in existence, Pop Culture Warrior, that is. So, Jim,
No, Jim, but
Jim, if you have, God bless you, son. I love you.
I made my wife and kids all vote.
I did too, man. Everybody I've been spamming everyone I know, like, dude, vote for me. Vote for Pedro.
I want to see people's phones like laying around at work and just grab them and like type it.
we used to do that at my job, man. If somebody like walked away from the computer and left themselves on like Facebook or whatever, like you go in there and just make random posts and stuff. One son of a he got me good because he unfriended my wife on Facebook, like on my Facebook. I walked away and he like unfriended my wife. I didn't notice. She didn't notice. It was weeks later. My wife goes to like tag me in something or comments, and she's like, "We're not friends on Facebook." Dude, she went because she thought I did it. She thought I unfriended her and was so offended. I'm like, I swear to God, I don't know how that happened. And I'm telling the story at work. I'm like, my wife's so pissed, and this guy's like, "Oh yeah, I did that." Ha ha. And I'm like, "You son of a bitch! I'll fucking kill you." Yeah. So,
oh yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I was pissed about that one. That was something. But anyway, who's it's so much to cover tonight. So the first thing I wanted to touch on. You know what? We haven't done this in a while. Let's go to.
Do it.
We're gonna swipe over to TV news. Hey, Mike Larson in the chats. What's up, buddy? Jim says, when Facebook is left open, don't post anything. Just change the post so only they can view them. Oh, like set your post to private. That's why is no one liking my stuff? It's because it's on private. That's funny. I like that.
I thought it's because no one likes my stuff.
Yeah, nobody. See, Radar wouldn't notice though. That's the thing. Nobody ever
I
likes
wouldn't.
his stuff.
Yeah, I get like I don't get any.
So
If my wife and my mom likes it, then that's about the extent of things.
Okay. So we're gonna talk real quick about He-Man. I will try to avoid spoilers. Show just came out. Well, I mean it's been out like 4 or 5 days now, so we're out of the spoiler zone. But
I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna try not to spoil it for anybody. In a nutshell,
I watched Clarkson's Farm again. It's funny. Go watch Clarkson's Farm.
Well, I just wanted to put out there, the show's getting a lot of hate. The show's getting a lot of hate online because people are like, oh, whatever, He-Man's barely in it. The chick is more like it's all about her and whatever. And
yeah,
it's
because they didn't do the song.
And here's the thing: I didn't grow up with like He-Man. Like I grew up in that time, but like I didn't wasn't something I watched. So I kind of went into this not being like, oh my god, this is this is my childhood. I didn't go in with those kind of expectations. So I kind of went in, with no expectations. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show. It gives you like I got those 80s animated cartoon vibe. I mean, the animation is slick. It looks gorgeous, and the sound acting's phenomenal. But and you can kind of tell Kevin Smith did the writing. It's very like I mean, it's not like anything like Schnoogans. Like nobody's doing anything like that. But there's definitely an air of like his style of writing where it's very conversational and back and forth and whatnot. So there is that. As far as the hate it's getting for not I don't know, not being more He-Man. I mean, the show is not He-Man. The show is okay, yeah, there are I'm getting like weird.
Yeah,
that was really weird. Sorry guys. I'm getting like weird stuff on the screen. Yeah, that's out of my control. I apologize. If you're watching on Facebook, it was like doing some weird TV shenanigans. I don't know. Either way. So I mean, this is a show called Masters of the Universe. The idea is it's a it's like saying Friends didn't have enough Ross. You know what I mean? Like it's an ensemble cast. He-Man is kind of the big. He is the star of the show, but that's not to say that the rest of the characters aren't important. So anyway, I won't spoil anything. I think it's worth a watch. The first 5 episodes of the season have been released, and then I forget, it's like a couple weeks. They're just wrapping up now the second half of the season, so it'll be out in a couple weeks. But they'll do the next half of the first season. And I think it's going to be good. I think it's breaking ground that the original cartoon never did. And I'm excited to see it. And hearing Mark Hamill's voice as Skeletor is just... I mean, obviously I hear his voice and I just hear... I hear Joker. But do love me some Mark Hamill. And they had, what's her name? Sarah Michelle Gellar. Was it? They got some decent names, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she plays Tila, kind of the sub second, also main character. They got Chris Woods to do He-Man. He played in Supergirl. Yeah, he played the guy, the other Kryptonian, whatever. Or not Kryptonian, but kind of Kryptonian. Whatever. Doesn't matter. The real life husband of Supergirl. So what else? So I mean, me giving it a pretty good. Would you consider watching Masters of the Universe? I mean, it's not much. It's 5 episodes. I think each episode's like 30 minutes. So I mean,
so you're looking at dedicating 2.5 hours of your time.
I mean, it's like watching a small He-Man movie or Masters of the Universe movie.
Well, and okay, couple things.
Yeah.
One, I do like Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm. I
like his work. And Mark Hamill voicing some of it would be good.
Yep.
Mark Hamill voices so much stuff, though, dude. You can't even say that is like a selling point. He voices so, and I didn't realize how much he did voice. I watched some interview with him one time, and just it blew my mind how much he actually does voiceover work. But anyway, I'd probably watch it. I mean, 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
is it,
if you have the time, it's worth a look.
Is it worth it?
It's worth a look.
Okay.
I think, again, obviously, if it's something you grew up with and you loved and it was like a huge part, then hands down, it's worth it, right? Because this is a continuation, a spiritual continuation, right where it left off. This isn't like,
that was what I was going to ask.
Yeah, this isn't He-Man 20 years down the line. Like, it picks up right where the show kind of left off, and then it kind of again, no spoilers, but it kind of weaves its way into its own story, an original story, but all the characters and love are there. They do some interesting things with it. Revelations, because it's called Masters of the Universe. There are revelations, very good revelations, shocking stuff. Spanky, is She-Ra in it? No, she's not in the first 5. I mean, hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. She's not in the first 5 episodes. I think at some point she's going to make an appearance later on, I think. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Peter. Hey, thanks for joining, man. Carolina. She says, love Mark Hamill. He's really has an amazing and extensive voice acting career. Yeah, you're right. Just like you said, Joe, it was pretty cool to have him as Skeletor. Yes, it was. I think they picked. If you're gonna, he's a guy who can and I mean this in the most positive way. He can really ham it up, for the camera, for the voice, the ongoing voice stuff. So, he really, he plays it well. He plays it really well, and I'm excited. Like, that's the cool thing. Like, where it ends, I'm excited to see where they pick it up. That makes sense. Yeah. Like. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, you're going to end on a cliffhanger, right? That's not a shocker to anybody. Any show, when you go to mid-break or the full season break, like, you got to end on a cliffhanger. You have to. You have to tease what's coming. So they left it on a very good cliffhanger. I'm excited to see what happens when that is released. So there you have it. If you guys muted,
if it's worth checking out, if you think it's worth checking out, if you know what I mean, like. It's worth a shot. And if I don't know, like 2.5 hours, I don't know. I think it's gonna have to wait till after the Olympics, though, and not because I'm super big into the Olympics, but my wife is. Okay. My wife really is. It's been kind of fun to watch, though.
Oh, sure, absolutely. There's tons to enjoy about the Olympics. Let's see what else.
He's like, fuck the Olympics.
I have another ad. I got another ad. I really got another ad. The Olympics. Well, if you like that stuff, then there's stuff to watch.
I'll go on a little bit of a rant on this. I don't really give. Don't like. It depends on some of the sports I like watching. I think that's one cool thing about the Olympics. There is kind of something for everybody, right? But I don't know. Like, actually, the one that kind of got me was kind of fun to watch was like 3-on-3, like street basketball. That's kind of fun. I mean, it's not like real basketball. It's kind of made up for fucking the Olympics, but it's all right. But the rest of it kind of sucks.
All right.
My wife's really big into it, and it's kind of fun to watch. It is kind of, I mean, I don't know. One of those things that, like, COVID took away from us that they're bringing back. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of good. It's kind of a sign that things are going in the right direction, even though there's no, like, people there.
Right. Yeah, but, I mean, it's nice to have it back. It's nice to see it back. So there's that.
It's a kind of a return to normalcy, and I think that's kind of the draw to it, at least in the Radar household.
Yeah. So speaking of things being brought back, great segue. We have
back show.
Throwback. Throwback. We have our first look at the re-emergence, the comeback, the revival of Dexter, officially Dexter season 9. Let's take a look, shall we? let's do that.
So, how are you feeling right now?
Well, it's been a whirlwind. I've always had my demons, and so I went away.
What's up, Jumbo? Hey, Mr. Lindsay.
But sometimes I have an urge too strong to ignore.
Whoa! Easy there.
What is the problem? I kind of have a thing about blood. Every day I walk through this world, faking him. Knowing if someone knows who I am, that's it. This is all about blending in.
Yeah. So that is our first look at Dexter season 9. Jim says, when people talk about Dexter, I'm never sure if they mean this or the cartoon. Dexter's Laboratory. That was a good one. Classic. Dexter's Laboratory. What do you think, man? I have half an opinion. I have half of an opinion. What do you think, sir?
I think it'll be all right. I don't know. I didn't hate the original, but I don't know. Dexter kind of ran its course too.
I mean, yeah, and that's,
I mean, honestly,
yeah, and that's kind of why they're coming back, because I was reading an article where they said, like, look, we get it. A lot of people were not happy with how that show ended, and they wanted to kind of come back and fix that and give it a proper send off, whether it be, because they haven't even said if this is just going to be one off season, or I'm sure if it drives people to watch, they're going to give it more seasons. But yeah, I like, part of me, yeah, man, I'm torn. I'm like literally 50-50 on this, because part of me, like, I'm excited. I love Dexter. It's one of the shows that me and my wife would like sit there and just binge watch. But then, yeah, the last season or two were just rough.
Yeah,
to
they're
watch.
pretty shitty. They're pretty crappy.
Rough
to be
to
honest.
watch. So I love the idea of putting a better bookend on it. You know,
Possibly, but also too, it's like one of those deals where it's like, just let it die. You know what I mean? Like, just be done with it. Like, you guys, okay, like Deadwood. Okay, Deadwood. I really, really, really enjoyed the series Deadwood, and I was not a fan of the way it just kind of basically just ended, right? And then they tried to fix it, and they I don't know, they did it, but it kind of still seemed half-assed. It still seemed kind of bleh. You know what I mean? Or you look at like The Walking Dead, where they keep beating a fucking dead horse. Like, stop with it already. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what they're doing with Dexter. Like, it kind of does to me, it does the rest of it a disservice. You know what I mean? Like, you have this good show, this good storyline, this good plot line, and these good characters, and then it's like, bleh.
well,
Like,
I'm curious. We've got 50-something of you people out there watching. What are your thoughts? Is Dexter season 9 something that you would be interested in watching? I mean, given that we just saw a sneak peek of what's coming, I mean, is that enough to interest you? And I think also it plays a part in how many people have Showtime, right? Like, it's not, at its heyday, Dexter was one of the reasons people would have Showtime or would get Showtime.
Right.
I couldn't even name another Showtime show right now. Could you?
No.
Exactly. So
Wait. Wasn't like. No. Never mind.
whatever you're gonna say, no.
Yeah. No.
Exactly. That's my point. So I do feel like this is gonna be a big win for Showtime because, well, can't really name anything else on there. So
I'm googling it. I have to like Showtime original films.
Showtime shows that are out that people are watching right now.
Showtime original series ranked. Let's see what we got here.
I mean, these are probably shows that also aren't on the air anymore.
Shameless.
Shameless is still on.
Shameless and Weeds, and that's what I thought. I was thinking Shameless, but I was like, wait a minute, no.
Yeah, Shameless is definitely there. Weeds was there for like 4 or 5 seasons, but ended a long time ago.
We got Shameless, Dexter, Weeds, Homeland.
Yeah.
Roadies, Huff, Dice, Web
heard
Therapy, Episodes, Brotherhood, The Big C, Queer as Folk, Masters of Sex, United States of Terra, Secret Diary of a Call Girl. Like, so you're kind of good on some things where I don't really fucking know any of these.
Yeah. I think Masters of Sex.
SG-1.
Well, yeah. Masters of Sex was actually a really good show based on the history of like Dr. Masters, who like revolutionized the way we look at the reproduction and just sex in general. And it's actually a really good show. Really, really good show. Highly recommended if you're ever looking for good old shows to watch. Masters of Sex was a good one. What else? Sorry, I'm also a little under the weather, so if you hear me sniffing.
Well, the top five they have listed are Homeland for 1, Shameless for 2, Dexter for 3, The Affair for 4, and Weeds for 5.
Really, they put Shameless ahead of Dexter.
Yeah. Shameless, their last season was like last year, I think.
Yeah, they were like 12 seasons or something like that. Like it was a ridiculous long show. Like they just went on.
But it's also too. I mean, like, okay, I know some people, and actually, my wife loves Shameless. I fucking can't stand it. I think just the dumbest. Like the first 3 seasons, I can kind of like, I don't know, pay a little bit of attention to, but yeah, it gets bad, dude. Like.
It's one of those things. Anyway, moving on. I don't know why my video is so like grainy tonight.
Yeah, it's shitty.
I'm like really grainy for some strange reason. Whatever. I'm changing my camera next show anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't care.
I don't know if it's the camera or internet or what, dude. It's just
I don't know.
Really weird.
All right, let's switch over to movie news. Ow! So stupid. So, we got to look. So for those that don't realize, like, there's a Batman movie that's finishing production, right? There's the Robert Pattinson, The Batman movie that's currently filming. Also, currently filming, or just started recently, was the Flash movie, which is going to have Batmans in it. It's going to have the Batfleck, and it's also going to have the Michael Keaton Batman. So you've got multiple Bat sightings out there. We have our first look. Oh my God, I feel like I have to sneeze. This is terrible. Don't be sick. Don't be sick. It sucks. We have our first look at Batman in the Flash movie. So we've seen... or we know Batfleck is going to be there. We know Michael Keaton's Batman is going to be there. We've seen pictures of Michael Keaton on set, but we haven't seen a Batman yet for the Flash movie. So we have this. This was our first, basically, appearance of a Batman in the Flash movie. Now, it's also got the Bat Cycle, or the Bat... I don't know, another Batmobile, but the Bat Chopper? I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. The Bat Cycle. That's probably the way to call it. To me, because there's questions about, like, okay, which Batman is this? Obviously, it's a stunt double doing stunts and whatnot. But, like, which Batman does this represent? To me, it's very clearly
Batman.
Ben Affleck's Batman. Right? Not Michael Keaton's. This doesn't strike me as a Michael Keaton Batman. The suit looks too modular. But then again, I mean, even, when we saw Batfleck doing his thing, it was more of like a really thick Lycra suit. It almost kind of looks like Dark Knight Batman because of the almost like the hockey pads look. So yeah, what I found interesting in this was just kind of some of the cosmetic details that strike me that, I mean, it's funny to me that like they basically built a shell onto an existing motorcycle that I'm guessing they're going to do a lot of post CGI work. Like you can see in the top picture, like the real tire is much smaller than this very elaborate, beefy looking dual tire thing. Like I wonder if at some point it's meant for the tires to like separate. That's why there's two of them in the front. Like it turns into like a tripod, the bat tripod or something.
I sent you a picture. It looks like from like 20 years ago now, I guess. Yeah. When Dodge first came out with the Viper, they had this motorcycle built that's called Tomahawk.
Oh yeah.
And it had two front and two rear wheels on it. I just sent you a picture of it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it reminds me of, the view of the motorcycle.
Okay. Let me see if
Which makes you wonder, why did they just get one of those?
I mean,
and like paint it black. You know what I mean? And like maybe do some like
I wonder how much
plastic
that would
fender work on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wonder how much that would cost to have something like that done up.
And also like I know there was some rideability issues with it and stuff, like it was hard to turn and stuff.
Obviously.
And it's a massive fucking engine on it. It's, you know what I mean? I don't even know what the Dodge Viper engine puts out, but it's quite the amount.
Here, I don't have a pretty way to do this, so I'm just gonna do it this way. Just cover my face. But yeah, it does have a striking resemblance to that. I wonder if that was kind of like a creative, like a source to say like, kind of like this. I saw this once. Do something like that, because it's very much not that, right? It's a shell onto an existing bike. We can tell.
Right. Yeah, you can see
from the side profile. So there is that. Let's do that. And so yeah, so it's an interesting aesthetic choice. I wonder why, like what purpose is it going to serve? This is definitely, to me, the reminiscent of the whatchamacallit, the Batfleck version of Batman. I don't see Michael Keaton, his old Batman ass, riding around this crotch rocket of a bike. So it's definitely something that I think we're going to see Ben Affleck's version of Batman doing that.
207 miles an hour that bike went.
Oof, that's a lot. That's a lot of miles per hour.
It's a lot of miles per hour.
It's all the miles per hour.
That's way too many for me. I love riding motorcycles. It's one of my favorite things to do. But 207 miles an hour, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's an insane thing. But yeah, I got to imagine there's sorry, I'm stuck on it because I'm looking at this top down view, and I'm like, there's got to be a reason other than aesthetically why having two tires side by side.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's got the dots on it, so you know they're doing something.
Yeah, obviously, and it's not. They don't actually roll, right? They're just, and that's probably what the dots are also too, to make the tire look like it's moving, even though it's not, because it's just plastic. It's like a plastic shell. Either way, whatever.
I kind of want to ride it though. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of want to ride it. That long a wheelbase, there's no way it turns. Like a bike that long, there's no way you can actually like maneuver.
Yeah,
it.
I don't even know. I don't know how. I don't know how you would. That looks difficult to ride. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. That giant chainring in the back too, it probably only goes like fucking 20 miles an hour.
Right. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna do they do the whole speed up thing where they drive it around slowly and then they'll just speed it up in post. Yeah. Let's see. I was reading an article and they said the new and improved Bat Cycle features a big wheel on the back and what appears to be two wheels in the front, though that could be just the outer design giving the impression. The outer shell is very utilitarian and doesn't feature the sleekness we've seen reflected in various Batmobiles, maybe aside from the tumbler. It also features two weapons mounted on the left side and odds are that has a similar weapon on the opposite side as well. Photo was captured. Yeah, they talk a little bit more about the stuff, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see this film. You know, we haven't really heard much out of the DC camp outside of like Suicide Squad, but we know they're filming the Batman. We know they're filming Flash, which is going to have Batmen in it. And apparently they're starting filming on Aquaman 2, which still hasn't even been given a title, really. They're just shooting stuff, apparently.
Right.
So
they don't even have like a working title they've put out.
Yeah, it's just Aquaman 2. Yeah, it's just Aquaman 2. But Jason Momoa was seen on set gearing up and doing his thing. So apparently, you know, DC is...
Suicide Squad's coming out like in a week, isn't it?
Yep, coming out very soon. Very, 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 very soon. So very excited. And it'll be, again, one of those movies that you can see in theaters or you can see on HBO Max day it arrives.
Yes.
And I know that's what you'd prefer. But apparently it's supposed to be very, very good. It's supposed to be very good. James Gunn does incredible work. He made Guardians of the Galaxy what it is. Let's be honest, because nobody cared about those characters prior to those movies. And yeah, so he definitely he knows what he's doing. And it's an interesting quote that he had recently where he said, superhero movies are getting boring and that something needs to change. And I think, you know, for a guy who's literally done now like 4 superhero movies and is about to start work on his 5th plus a Disney Plus special, 6th, like that's a ballsy call to say that and feel confident that you're not going to get fired or something for saying it.
Right.
So
well, I don't know, like I think I'm kind of, this is what makes me curious, like with the new Batman coming out shortly, right? And you know what has and is happening in the MCU. I'm kind of thinking that Black Widow is going to be the last kind of in that line, and the stuff coming up is going to be considerably different than what we have come to know from the MCU. Right. You know what I mean? I think there is going to be, between both DC and everything, I think there's going to be some big changes. I think it's going to evolve a little bit, and I think it has to. I think he's not wrong. It's just like like I keep saying Walking Dead, right? Walking Dead was huge. It was great. Everyone loved Walking Dead. They kept doing the same thing. People got bored with it. I don't like their production value didn't go down. Their quality of actors and actresses didn't go down. It was not in that aspect whatsoever. We got bored with seeing the same thing over and over again. And I think that's kind of Marvel's trying to stay ahead of that. And these other studios are trying to keep ahead of that game and trying to evolve faster than we get bored with things. You know what I mean? And so I think if they can keep doing that, they're not going to, you know, they keep bringing out not just new characters, but new kind of events and it's not just good guy v bad guy, good guy wins. Bye, see ya.
And of
you know
course,
what I mean?
and then the bad guy is a exact copy of the good guy, just evil.
Yep.
You know. So
I think there's going to be some neat, and you know, with like some we kind of talked about this in WandaVision. There really wasn't a clear cut villain in WandaVision. Told a story. Right.
That's a good point.
I mean, they're evolving these things, and if they can keep evolving faster than we get bored with them, they can really make some cool shit. And with the way CGI is, the way their imaginations are with the stupid motorcycle, whatever, if they can keep that kind of thing going faster than we can comprehend it, they can really make some cool shit.
Yeah, fast. I like what you said. Faster than we can get bored with it. Because I mean, they're personally, I don't feel that there's an oversaturation of superhero content personally, because I love this stuff, but I could see where that could become a possible thing that happens, right? If they build out this Marvel universe and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, they start actually doing good jobs with the DC universe and start making that bigger, bigger and bigger. They Sorry, I'm trying to think, like then if you have like Sony has the Spider-Man universe they're trying to kick off the ground. Um, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious as to how it's going to work. I'm curious as to how it's going to work at the end of the day. Like as things kind of grow and progress, and I mean, even if you look at Black Widow, there was no clear cut villain ish. You know what I mean? You want to say Taskmaster was a villain? I mean, I guess what's his nuts was, but because Taskmaster's not dead. Taskmaster on our side, no. You know what I mean? Like they didn't just, I don't know. It wasn't the same formula as like Iron Man 1.
Right.
So it's growing and evolving, and I'm impressed with it. So, but it's whatever.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm being informed that we're not live. Are we?
No, I don't think so on the main page.
Huh.
Although I can still see me on the main page. I don't know how it's working.
I don't know. This is weird.
It's not showing us as live though. But we'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's strange. Sorry, folks.
I'm only showing one viewer in the radio page and none in main page. And it even has like a little lives thing next to it.
Yeah. Yeah, what we do is maybe we'll go to break and relaunch the stream.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. 6:40. You know what? If nothing else, we'll talk in the podcast people here. Hi, podcast people.
Hi, podcast people.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for catching
Thanks
us
for
on
being part of
the rewind of the show. Yeah, that's strange.
Next, we haven't had a comment in either chat for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. But you know what? Remember how it was like freaking out on us?
Yeah.
And then it stopped freaking out, and then now we're not live. Something.
That's so strange. Yeah, we're
usually when it does that, we don't see it on the page.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
What? I don't know. I give up. Okay. Why can't we ever figure out this technology, dude?
Apparently, we might have got zucked because posted copyright material. I wonder if what could it have been? Was it the freaking Masters of the Universe poster?
Maybe it was freaking out then. That's when it was freaking out. Remember?
I mean, I showed a trailer, but how is that? I showed the trailer for.
We need to like on Facebook anymore. Bye, see you.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, I'm just curious. I wonder why that would have. We've showed hundreds of trailers on the show.
Yeah, but they have new algorithms, dude. Algorithms. I hear that and I just think of Al Gore dancing.
But which trailer did we show? We showed the
Showed Dexter.
The Dexter trailer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was either that or it was the He-Man poster that I showed on air. It was like right after that it all glitched out.
Yeah, that was glitching then, but it still worked until Dexter. Maybe it just took a while to shut us down, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Hi, podcast people. Sorry, we didn't mean to break it.
Yeah.
Whatever. So we have an awesome guest on.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'll do, I'm waiting for confirmation up from High, but probably just end the stream and then relaunch it and do the interview.
Tight.
Yeah. Cause
well, it's a little bit early for break time, I guess.
Yeah.
But, well, we can keep going for the podcast, guys.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. We'll keep going until
they're my people.
We love the podcast people, but now I said,
I came from the podcast crew, man. That's where I come from. I wasn't one of the live video people for a while. I came from the podcast. That's like the streets. I'm from the streets. Podcast streets.
Oh my god.
Either one.
Yeah, we definitely got pulled. It says your CBS promotional copyright has taken action on your video. because it may contain music, audio, or video that belongs to them. It's a trailer. You released it to the world.
Right? Do you want people to watch your show?
People to not watch the trailer?
We're basically promoting your show, CBS.
What the hell, man?
Sorry about it. I'm not even that sorry about it.
I'm sorry. That irritates me. We're not trying to profit on that. Like, we're trying to celebrate the work. We're trying to promote the work.
If anything, we're helping you guys.
We're promoting.
Saying, hey, you guys, y'all should watch this.
Unbelievable. So now I'm scared to ever show a trailer again.
Well, don't show CBS trailers then. We'll promote their shows.
You know, I was gonna share the Ghostbusters trailer, and we talk about that. Well, I mean, we'll share. We're not live apparently, so.
Sure, we won't. We'll play copyrighted music and everything.
Yeah, you wanna watch the the trailer?
Yeah, kind of. It's podcast exclusive.
All right. Let's see. Anyway, sorry. Fuck it. Let's watch the. You want to? Are you able to see my screen?
No. Yeah, dude, I can see our screen.
That's so weird.
I can see our stream. I just can see me texting. So my daughter, podcast exclusive.
Podcast exclusive.
Apparently my daughter broke her wrist.
Just now?
Well, like earlier, my wife was taking her to the doctor when I came downstairs. That's why I had to wrangle the kids. Remember?
Right.
And so we have like a stream in our a creek in our backyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hot. It's like 104 today. It's unseasonably warm.
Okay.
And so the kids were like, "Hey, we want to go tubing down the creek. It's a tight." So I took them up and I dropped them off and in my pickup and getting ready and stuff and FaceTiming the entire WTF Nation fucking crew. But anyway, so I turn around and I'm like kind of getting ready to come downstairs and the wife's like, Tori comes in, my stepdaughter. She's just crying, just freaking out. It's like, what's going on? She's like, oh, my wrist hurts and he cut my bracelet off. I was like, cut your bracelet off. It was all swollen and shitty. And she's like, I can't move it. I'm like, hold on, get some ice on it, chill out a little bit, calm down, blah, blah, blah. And so my wife's like, I'm just going to take her urgent care. I'm like, all right, tight, do what you got to do. And so, yeah, my phone was blowing up. I'm like, no, people know better than text me during the radio. And, she broke her wrist.
Oh, God bless. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to kill the stream. We're gonna do some quick patching.
Podcast exclusive.
We're gonna kill the stream. We're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back up live here in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you on the other side, guys.